Hi guys, this is Divya here from ARTiculture, and today in this video I'm going to show you a round table which I have done in a very different way. So you can see the round table, it is 16 inches height and the width of the table is 15 inches, and I'm going to do a different kind of work on it, that is a mosaic style design on it with the help of a cold porcelain clay. So you can see my clay, I have already mixed and kept it. I'm sharing my clay making link in the description box, so you can check out how to make this clay at home. So I'm just painting my base in a black color first. I'm using a acrylic paint here. You can also use a chalk paint or any kind of paint you have except the oil paint. So I'm taking my clay here and I'm mixing some color to it. Here I have mixed white color to it to make it look more bright. You cannot use the clay directly, you will have to mix some color to it. So I'm using white color first because I want to give a gradation here. So I'm going to use white and blue shades here. So after doing the first layer of work with the white color clay, I'm mixing little bit of Persian blue, that is again an acrylic color from Fevicryl Hobby Ideas. I'm just mixing one drop of it and then making the second shade, and then again adding one more drop of it and making the third shade. So like this I'll be keep on adding the colors to it and make the darker shades in the each layer of circle. So you can see here the each layer of circle is getting darker and darker. So here to roll the clay I'm using a roller, a wooden roller here. You can also use acrylic rollers, and to cut the clay I'm using a pizza cutter here. You can also use paper cutting cutters or pen knives or any sharp item which is available with you. You can even use kitchen knives. So this is a cold porcelain clay, it's a air dry clay. You will have to store this in a zip wrap polythene pack, otherwise it will start drying. So after doing each layer of work, whatever leftover clay I have, I quickly pack it and keep it inside so that it doesn't dry. And it is very easy to make. You can store it for around 2 weeks. Beyond that also you can store, but it becomes little bit hard to work and affects the finishing. So I prefer using only fresh clay. So you can definitely watch how to make this clay in my another video, and you can make endless projects with this clay. So here you can see I have add a very darker shade of clay here, which is I have mixed little bit of black color with the Persian blue to get this darker shade. So here you can see my clay work is over, and after that I'm just sealing it from all the sides, from all the edges, with the help of a sellotape and a base laminated sheet to do the resin pouring. Yes, I'm doing a resin pouring on top of this. I have let my clay dry for 24 hours, and after it is completely dry, I haven't applied any varnish here. I'm directly doing a resin pouring. So for resin pouring I have taken 2 parts of resin and 1 part of hardener, and then after doing the resin pouring I'm just blowing it with a heat gun so that all the pop-up balloons bubbles get picked off. So here on top of this again I'm going to do one more layer of work after my resin is cured. So I'm taking another base of same size just to measure the size, and here I'm taking old novel pages and just arranging them in a round shape. I'm going to do some border design kind of work around the table edges. So I'm just sticking my old novel pages together from all the corners. You can see the small corners. I'm using Fevicol here to stick them, and then I'm going to flip off the MDF. So you can see I don't want my my page to affect the inner portion of my mosaic design, so I'm going to just make the designs in the edges. So in the edges also I'm just taking around 2.5 inches height of design, so that my mosaic design is also visible very clearly and looks good. So here I'm making a random house shapes, house or vehicles or any kind of design you can make. So here I'm taking a cityscape, so I'm making a random house here. So I have made a mushroom house here. So after doing the whole drawing, I'm just showing you a sample here. I have already done the work, so you can just make all the houses, and you have to cut it from the bottom layer also in a circle shape, and as well as from the inside, whatever shape of house is there, you have to cut in that shape. Then I'm using a chalk paint here to paint all my pictures. You can use any medium to do this painting work. You can even use watercolors, poster colors. You can, if you are using oil paints, then you will have to wait for 2 days for it to get completely dry. So I would say avoid using that. So what I'm doing is I'm just showing you a sample of painting here, and then after that I'm using a liner here. So you can use a Fevicryl liner, or you can use glass liners or any kind of liners, or you can even make your own liner by mixing Fevicol and some acrylic paint. So here you can see I'm going to stick in this way. So you can see here I have made all my houses and vehicles ready here. So this is just like a cityscape. I have taken all different kinds of houses here. So now I haven't finished little bit of work, so I am going to finish that later. So here what I'm doing is I'm showing you how to stick it to the resin poured base. So I'm using a Fevicryl Hobby Idea fabric glue here, which is a kind of tacky glue. You can do not use Fevicol here, you can use any kind of glue. So you saw here I showed you a small sample with which I have done glass painting on it. So you can use any medium to paint all your houses. So like I used glass paint, so it was looking very transparent or looking very dull, so I chose to use this chalk paints. So now what I'm doing is I'm just after painting all my houses, I am just taking my black color chalk paint and making a border like shape at the end of the house, where it comes in contact with the blue color, and making an outline like a shape, and just further merging it with the background to give a shadow like effect. So for this also you can use any medium. You can use acrylic or you can use chalk paint. So after this layer of shading gets dry, I'm using Mod Podge glue here, Mod Podge gloss, and I am just spreading it only on my novel pages, I mean only on my houses and not on the shaded area, just to ensure that when I'm going to do again a resin pouring on top of this, so that doesn't affect my houses. So you have to again let this get dry completely. Actually I left it dry for very less time, so little bit of white glue is seen in my final picture. So please let it dry completely, maybe for a day or more, and then put a layer of resin, again the same ratio, and I have made it a very thin layer. And here you can see I'm removing all my flaps which I have used, and removing all my sellotapes and everything. So if your background is like this, you can take a cutter and just remove all this and give it a nice shape. So this is how it looks after pouring the resin, and you can see here the 3D effect of the houses which is coming out of the mosaic design. So here we are going to paint the legs for the my round table. So that is another part of round table. So I'm painting with the black chalk paint, which is from Itsy Bitsy, and then I'm using this reverse stencil, which is like a lighthouse reverse stencil, and giving it a nice effect with, again, with the blue color to just match with my tabletop. Then after that, in the edges of the stands, I have used different shades of chalk paints and just given a strip like effect to it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this, and this is how I complete my round table. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and comment. Bye bye.